Hi, everyone. Katie Miller here from Smart Divorce Charlotte. Thanks for joining me today for the first of our 12 days of Christmas. All right, a couple of things that I just want to put out there before I get into the meat of the chat for today. Everything that I'm talking about today is just for informational purposes. It is not to be construed as legal advice, and watching this video does not create an attorney-client relationship between the two of us. All right, so we'll jump in. Topic today that we're going to be covering is alimony. So I'm going to share my screen with you so that you can see a couple of things. The first one is my alimony 5-step analysis. This is the 5-step process that the state of North Carolina goes through according to our laws to determine what amount of alimony somebody might be entitled to. So here's our analysis. Keep in mind too that North Carolina is different than other states in the sense that we do not have a calculator, like a specific, you can plug numbers in and, this is what the court would absolutely say is going to be your alimony amount. Kind of like we have a child support calculator, very different for alimony. So alimony in every case is just going to be based upon very specific variables and factors for each case. So step one in the analysis, we have a financially dependent spouse. Number two, we have a financially supporting spouse and they have the ability to pay. Number three, how much are you going to have to pay or how much would you receive? It's going to be based upon the dependent spouse's reasonable needs and expenses. Number four, how long are you going to receive alimony or how long are you going to have to pay alimony potentially? And then number five, let's get this set into a legal document that's binding so that it is legally enforceable. All right, next up, that's our analysis. The next screen I'm going to show you is one of my favorites. This is my alimony budget worksheet. Created this myself. Happy to email this to anybody. Shoot me an email, katie@smartdivorcecharlotte.com. Here we go. We've got our summary page, and these figures are populated when you click on the other two tabs at the bottom on the income and the expenses. And that's what alimony in North Carolina really is about. It's a balancing of what are your income figures versus what are your expense figures, and how do we get you to an equal or level playing field. All right, so for the income piece, we are going to want to know your income from all sources, and I've listed out the typical sources of income that we have for most cases, everything from employment all the way down to pension, retirement. I'll look at these on a monthly and on an annual basis because there are some things that you receive just on an annual basis or a quarterly basis, like our bonus and commission pieces here. So getting those income sources allocated here into the spreadsheet, excuse me, and figuring out our monthly average and our annual amount. So that number gets put up here into the net income piece of the spreadsheet. And then in this particular case, we are looking, there is a child support amount that we've plugged in just to give us a really good idea as to what your actual monthly budget is going to look like. So if we have income from employment at $3,500 a month, $150 a month from investment income, and $1,250 in child support, then we know that we're looking at about $4,900 per month of income for this particular case. Then we need to look at our expenses. And this is where every case is going to vary so greatly because this is really based upon what your standard of living has been during the marriage. So we'll start with the shared family expenses. I've got it broken down into these two categories, the shared family expenses and then your individual expenses. We'll get to those in a moment. First, with the shared family expenses, I think about everything that goes into what it costs to run your household on a monthly basis. So everything from your house payment all the way down to car maintenance and everything in between, utilities, groceries, gas for your car, pets, et cetera, et cetera. And again, I look at these on a monthly basis and on an annual basis because there are some things on here, for example, like house and yard maintenance, right? If you're getting your driveway power washed once a year, that's something that we know is an annual expense, but we need to know what our monthly average is so that that gets included into what your actual monthly budget looks like. So there's our shared family expenses. Our second category for individual expenses, We've got everything on here from medical insurance, haircuts, YMCA, meals out, life insurance, religious contributions, etc. These numbers, I want to know a monthly average as well, again, so that we can plug that into the monthly budget. So shared family expenses in this example case, we've got about $5,500. We have about $1,700 in individual expenses. So total expenses for this sample case, we've got about $7,200 in expenses. So again, comparing that with our income that we had from the first tab, we're looking at this case and I see that this particular person has a monthly shortfall of about $2,300 per month. And that's what I know is kind of a goal or a hopeful number that we could look at for what your alimony amount would need to look like. So this is, again, kind of my alimony budget spreadsheet that I'm happy to share with you. Just shoot me an email, katie@smartdivorcecharlotte.com, or jump onto my website at smartdivorcecharlotte.com, and you can link to my calendar there where you can just pick a time for us to have a no-cost discovery call. So we can talk about what your case might look like and whether we might be a good fit to work together. So again, katie@smartdivorcecharlotte.com, email me and I'm happy to share that spreadsheet with you, or jump onto the website and schedule your no-cost discovery call. Join me tomorrow for day 2 of the 12 days of Christmas. We'll get into some more hot topics there.